We're getting our first look at some of the new and improved design for sidewalk scaffolding. The city's introduced these designs to improve the current inventory of those mostly green sidewalk sheds made with pipe and plywood. That design dates back to 1974. It is a relatively affordable design, and it accomplishes the central goal of protecting pedestrians from something that might fall from construction up above. But it's also pretty easy to install. But the old design doesn't allow much light to the sidewalk. It obscures the businesses who have the misfortune of being in a building that has scaffolding. So the Adams administration hired 2 architectural firms to come up with new ideas that combine curb appeal and safety and practicality. So 3 of the new designs come from Arup, which included a design for light work that's actually suspended from the building rather than from a structure that rests on the sidewalk. And then the firm Powell proposed an angled design that will allow a lot more daylight down to the people who are on the sidewalk. The founder of Powell is with us in studio this morning. Vishaan Chakrabarti is the founder and creative director of the firm. Thank you for coming in this morning.
Great to be here, Pat.
You have a particular interest in the urban future of New York City. So when the call went out for this, you decided that this
was all us. We had to go for this one because it's such an everyday part of the fabric of New York City for every single New Yorker.
And it is not, except when it's raining, as Guy mentioned earlier. We generally hate the sidewalk scaffolding until that moment when it provides some shelter from the rain.
Right, exactly. We're going to have one that Guy doesn't like, but the other 2 are going to protect him on the way to work.
So what are the principles that you brought into this? As you approached this challenge, what were you looking to do?
Well, first, let me say, I know most people don't like these things at all and wish they would all go away. And the buildings department has, I think they've eliminated about 15,000 sheds. They are while we are doing this redesign process, they are also reforming the rules so the scaffolds stay up for less time. We need them less, so there'll be fewer scaffolds overall. Mm-hmm. So I think that's really important to say. In terms of our design, what we really thought about is how can you make the pedestrian experience much better while keeping people safe? And do that in a way that's a cost-effective, quick way to build these scaffolds, as you mentioned, which is really important. And our big move was the angle, right? And so what the angle does is it just brings much more light and air. We have gutter.
I'm going to pause you as you say that because on the left side is something that represents one of the old scaffolding. On the right side, this angle. And you really do see this sense that the light is coming right down to the sidewalk.
Right. Right, and so the whole idea is to take a lot of the kit parts that they use today and manipulate them to get a different result. And so that angle, we got a gutter for the rain at the bottom of it. There can be a flat plank on the top of it if a worker needs to be on top of it. Mm-hmm. But you know what I really thought about, what we all thought about with this was, if you're under a hotel canopy, it doesn't feel bad, right? It's just what happens with the scaffolding is there's this fascia, there's all these bars on the street, so you feel like you're in a cage or a tunnel.
Is it an engineering problem or a design aesthetic problem?
So I don't really separate those two things. I mean, we worked with a great engineer, Lyra. The other firm, Arup, is an engineering firm. This is a design problem where a lot of different lighting, a lot of different people have to think together. Of course, engineering is key, and then that's why the next step is to structurally test these things to make sure they're safe.
So it's not implemented yet, it's under testing.
So what the buildings department has done is Commissioner Otto said we've got these 6, 3 from our firm, Powell, 3 from Arup. They now have to get mocked up and tested, but we're hoping that these will get deployed by late next year. And so they also have to get cost estimated and all that to make sure that.
That's what I was going to say, that buildings get crushed under the weight of when they have to do their local law 11 facade work. This is just one more thing for them to worry about. There has to be a balance between the cost of these new designs and what is reasonable.
So that was top of mind for us. So if you look at the systems we're using, a lot of them are the same systems, but they're just put together a different way.
Yeah.
So it's some of the piping they use and so forth. We've also, the last one is this thing we call the speed shed. This is the one where actually, if you know when you're like driving on a highway in a mountainous area, they use that rock netting to keep rocks from hitting the highway. That's just netting. So if there's an emergency situation, they can deploy that really quickly. It doesn't need to be up for a long time, so an inspection can happen. That's the one that won't protect Guy from the rain. The other two will. But that one, so it can go up quickly, easy. It's very cost effective. And so those are the things that we're trying to kind of now work through with the mock-ups, but we're optimistic we're going to get there.
Good to have you in this morning. Thank you.
Great to see you.
6:27. We'll take a. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your communities, click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV for the latest news and weather updates every 10 minutes and more. We'll see you then.